There we go. So I found this cave. There's a bunch of shit in here. We got like some ores. We got some fuddlers. You know that guy. Yeah, I don't know. Hollow's interesting. I'm still not entirely sure like what I want to do with it. No lurk. Hey, you can lurk. You just like don't have to tell Syndicate thugs. I have to save my friend Fuddler. Don't you dare. Elun, don't cry, by the way. Palworld is a great game. Stop crying about good games. Now, where'd that Fuddler go? Here you are. Get back here. Oh, you started playing you're on the Enshrouded crew. I understand. I've been watching people stream it. I just don't know if it's like my thing. It looks like it takes itself too seriously. I don't know. I'm weird about games. I'm not like the other gamers. What is this, by the way? Sulfur. I ain't ever seen sulfur before. We'll be taking some of this. I accidentally spent 400 leggy balls and caught them all. I'm currently level 24. So I'm glad that you've had a fun experience. But I'm very far away from that. Hopefully Zerg's more consistent. Yeah, I mean, like... Because it was something that K&T talked about as well when the Hollowsmith changes first happened, is like... Berserker is just an easier Hollowsmith. And yes, there are some situations where Hollowsmith can like slightly outperform it. But why would you bring a profession, unless you're doing a GVG, where you have to use like 110% of your mind powers and be pixel perfect on your positioning, when instead you could simply play a Berserker, have like 25,000 base HP, and basically only need to press your F1 in order to do like the exact same job. You know? And yeah, it's like you can get that higher spike. But is the slightly higher spike worth the fact that you need to be like 3 times as good at the game? You know what, actually, Foxparks, just do the thing where you burn them all to death. Yeah, that's the one. You missed 2 of them? You're an embarrassment. Yeah, I mean, I guess the pay, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's different in EU, but like, it's also objectively fun. You're not wrong. But I don't know. It's 2 different approaches, you know? Like, if you're running a GVG guild and you're like, or if you're doing, like, raids, right? If you're doing high-end CM raids, you're like, everybody needs to perform at their absolute best in order for us to succeed at this content. That's fine. That is a totally... Is there a secret up here? That is a totally reasonable driver to bring Hollowsmith. On the other hand, if you are a guy who hypothetically commands for, like, a good fight guild, but also commands for a group of people who, like, don't sit around and theory craft for hours and hours and hours, sometimes you do have to take the thing that people can just play more effectively at a base level. What the heck, man? This dungeon's way bigger than the other one I did. Yeah, I mean, I think you and I are saying pretty much the same thing. Oh, there's a chest. It's the end. Yep. Is it gonna spawn a boss or something? Foxparks? Oh, he couldn't follow me? Alright, come back here. Small parcel. It said there was a boss in here, though. Maybe I've missed it. Yeah. I've missed a boss. When you have 4 supports and 1 DPS, if people are hitting their buttons properly, it makes sense you can't kill them. That's not necessarily true. It just... Yeah, you just DPS through the protection and support. Like, the point of running Support Scourge per party is not so that you can just elect to not dodge somebody's bomb. It is to cover off the spread of damage that you get for a group that doesn't have a coordinated bomb. Like, if you're 30 people and you're running 2 to 3 DPS per party, you can generate enough damage to kill a 5 support group. The power spike is just too strong. But if you are not focusing your damage up at the same time, you're not synchronizing well with other people in your party, and the other group is actually pressing its buttons better, then you don't kill them. And that's kind of where you see that quad support party start to take shape. Is that against a group that doesn't have a focus spike, does not have a bomb that actually... This is where I just was. Is there a map in here? No? Oh no, I'm in hell, man. No, there's a portal over here. I can keep going that way. Unless I was already that way. I don't think I was. Like, that's what I was trying to talk about with Bully last night, is that we were sitting in comms just kind of like theory crafting, you know, how do we do better against Indo? And he was like, I want to run his same support comp because, like, he's running it and he's having success with it. And I was like, you could do that, or, like, your DPS players could just play better. Because our spike, when we were fighting Indo last night, when I wasn't streaming, was really bad. It was not synchronized. We'd clash into melee once, we'd get like 1 or 2 downs, Indo would transfuse them because that's what his comp is built to do. And then from that point on, everyone would shotgun damage anytime they wanted to. It never lined up again. And if you just have people shotgunning damage whenever they want and not lining up anymore, then yeah, you can't break that group apart anymore because they're running too much sustain. But if you actually take like a couple seconds to pull off, get people refreshed, call cooldowns, and make sure that you have a bomb next time you engage, you do a lot better. And the fights that we beat Indo on this night were fights where we managed to do that successfully. There's got to be a boss in here somewhere. Is it you? You're just a normal Daydream. Oh yeah, dude, 100%. Like, I'm not streaming comms when I play with Bully because I would be like excommunicated from the platform. But he was giving people justified critiques, to put it nicely, for not calling shit. Like, hey, is Zerk up? Zerkers, when is Zerk ready? Just fucking crickets, man. Or like Banner. People just not calling when they're using banners, so we don't know how many banners we have left. If you don't have that communication of like where your cooldown's at, you have a really, really bad time. This looks like a boss arena. I haven't been in here yet. Right? Come on. No, I have been in here. Dude, I'm lost, man. This place is too confusing. Because, like, this is the same room that I was in. Oh, well, maybe not. Things are respawning. Maybe not. Maybe I haven't been down there yet. Maybe that's the way I need to go. Oh, Foxparks, don't do it to him, man. Get back here. Okay, come and help me with these syndicate thugs, I guess. KD's full of shenanigans and comms when you're locked in. It's communicating. Yeah, it's one of the things that I've tried to get better at when I'm running for K&T, is like giving people the space to tell stories, but then like also knowing when you need to shut up because there's a fight in front of you, and like we'll get back to that story in just a second, but please focus up. It's a really important... I haven't been here yet. It's a really important managerial skill. Also, not to like shamelessly self-promote, the topic of a future commander camp. Maybe the next one, actually. Like, there's one that's basically uploaded to DaVinci right now. That's not going to be the one, but the one after that is probably going to be the one that's like how to keep your squad like motivated but also having fun, and how to set the cadence of like knowing when it's time for fun and when it's time for actual video games. I'm just mindful of the fact that like the last 4 commander camps I've done have all been like relatively fight oriented, and I don't just want to do like back to back fight group commander camp episodes, because that's not the only kind of commanding that there is. Foxparks? No, don't do it to him, man. Foxparks, no. Can you just, like... Fair enough. I'm hitting you. You had your chance. This is a new room as well. You had an open tag, hit respect 56k, nobody said a word, but everyone gets it. That's what I was telling, Saiga about as well, is that he couldn't believe that, I wonder if that's droppable. Let's keep going for a bit and then we'll think about dropping. He couldn't believe that Penguins commands with no comms and can achieve the level of coordination that he has. And it's like, you can do that when you have a bunch of people who are on the same page and have played with each other for a really long time and have an expectation. Oh, that's the boss. So level 12 Lamball? Do I look concerned? But like when you have that level of expectation, yeah, you can absolutely like command a fight without comms. It's not going to be as good as if you actually did have comms so that you could sync things up exactly. But a lot of people in Penguins' group are so good that like the fights that they don't communicate for are still fights that they're actually able to win. Now, give me a Megasphere. Dude, he's stunned, man. Come on. Who's on the ground? Okay, that's one boss caught. It's one Lamball down. He's got iframes at the end of that roll, man. It's cheating. Okay, now I feel like I can leave. I've defeated a boss. You left chests. Yo. 2 chests. It's interesting, man. It's all interesting. And commanding's just like... Commanding's neat. Anyone else like Guild Wars, or just me? Because, like, I like Guild Wars. I think Guild Wars is pretty neat. 9 minutes until expiration. I'm at 323 of 500. I'm going back in, but it's only because I saw, like, an enormous PAL or rock in the first room. Yeah, these things. Yeah, I've been talking to Sneb. Like, I also DM'd him after that stream to give him, like, the set of resources that I have. it'll be curious to see if he actually gets into World versus World or not on this push. Because I know he's tried a couple times and he's kind of just bounced off of it, but he seems like he's hooked in this time. He seems like he's got a grasp of like what goes on, or at least has an interest in knowing more about what goes on at the higher levels of organization in World versus World, which is really like what got me hooked on it. So maybe that's just my personal bias, but dude, Saiga, you should play Palworld. It goes crazy. It's actually a good game. I am not like a trend chasing streamer. I only play games that I like. It's really good. I hope he doesn't get distracted by PPT objectives. I could see it happening to him. Like, when I was watching him play with Grimjack, he's like, Grimjack, my weeklies. Grimjack, we gotta defend this tower. Like, Grimjack, come on, I need my weeklies. And I was like, my streamer. We understand each other. But, I don't know, like, I feel like... And this is like, I don't watch Sneb all that much. In fact, I, like, very rarely watch Sneb, but it seems like the thing that might grab him is the fact that every fight in World versus World is different in, like, mechanically interesting ways. Where it's kind of similar to how raids work, except that you can treat every different group in World versus World like its own raid, with its own set of mechanics. Like, the mechanics that you need to beat a guild like Bullyfoot in Hate are very different than the kind of mechanics that you need to beat, like, I don't know, PPT. Because Bully favors, like, a very, very aggressive style of pushing. Whereas PPT is more about the range game, pulling off, making more movements, and not just grinding in melee after the first bomb. And I think if he's able to tap into the... I need food. If he's able to tap into that level of nuance that individual fights have, I think that's where he gets hooked, coming from the background that he's coming from. I think that element of World versus World really would really speak to him. But we'll see if it sticks. I've sent him as many resources as I have access to, and we'll see if he follows up on it. Well, and like, it also depends on your own group, which is the other interesting part. Like, this was the thing that I was telling him about the difference between... Because we were having that same conversation in his DMs about Elixir S and Elixir U. And I was like, with how often you are not on tag, Elixir, the Invuln Elixir, which I think is S, like, S is going to be better for you because it just gets you out of some tight situations. For people who want to play closer to tag, or like if you don't have a Chrono in your party to give quickness, or you don't have a Firebrand in your party to give quickness, Elixir U might wind up being more your speed, because it gives you that source of like the personal quickness and the personal stability. But the difference between a PvE raid and a World versus World raid is that it's not about what boss you're on, it's about how you play and how your commander plays and how your squad plays. That's the metric that you're adjusting to. And I don't want to say that that requires you to think more, because that's, like, it's not the case. What I mean is that it's less formulaic. It's not like, oh, I'm on a Firebrand and I'm doing Gorseval. I have to put Aegis on so that I can Aegis this ability. Can't help but feel like that's not intended. Can I climb? Hang on, hold on. Am I drowning? I'm not drowning. I'm not underwater currently, so I should be able to climb out of this. Okay, do not dismount your Sawsbuck underwater. In fact, maybe just don't, like, dismount anything underwater. But I don't know. Like, I'm not going to have enough stand for this. I got into Sneb's DMs, and I was like, here's the resources that I have. Best of luck to you. And we'll see if it sticks. Like, there's only so much that you can do to convince someone to play World vs. World. And, like, give people the resources that they need to have fun in the game mode. Okay, do not clip through that part. That would be bad. Also, why is my Sawsbuck dying? Are you drowning, Sawsbuck? Let me call you back quick. I don't know what's going on up there. Zookhook takes Spectrum Barrier is probably a better option if you're trying to stay in the cut. I mean, the best option, at least for me, tonight, felt like having a pocket support Scourge, which I hate, because I do not like support Scourge, or anything that it stands for as a build. Also, we're so back. I wasn't even scared one time. Can we swim now? Yes, we can swim now. Okay. But, like, I don't know, man. We'll see. I don't want to give Sneb the speech too hard. I don't really want to give, like, anyone the speech too hard, but it is nice to pop into his stream every once in a while and see him enjoying World vs. World. And I'm not even going to come down as hard on him for, like, the PPT elements as you and Roy are, because, like, it's all part of an ecosystem, man. The PPT groups and the PPK groups and the roamers and the duelers and the Havoc squads, we're all in the same environment. And we kind of, like, need each other in order to generate content. Like, if there were no PPK groups, you wouldn't ever have people running back from spawn, and you wouldn't have, like, a tail to pick if you were a roamer. If you didn't have PPK groups, then PPT groups wouldn't really, like, be able to come up with crafty tower flips because there's two big fight groups occupied on another part of the map, so... Like, 100%, yeah, the fights are the crown jewel, but... I know that there's some people who are like, no, don't ever PPT. PPT's not like real world versus world. It's all real world versus world. It's just that the PPK organized fight elements are kind of the best showcase of Guild Wars 2 as an MMO. Not even of the game mode. But, like, I did raids for a while, and I kind of bounced off raids hard. Because I did World vs. World first. And because I did World vs. World first, I was like, this shit is the same every week? Like, I'm bored. It doesn't change. There's a new fight every single time you get a new matchup in a week. I mean, sometimes there's a new fight every single night because you just don't see the same groups running around. That's the stuff that keeps you engaged. And like, oh, they haven't reduced Wing 7 or whatever. Every new guild that joins World vs. World and wants to get serious about fighting is like a new Wing 7. For World vs. World. It's a new set of tactics to learn, it's a new group to fight, it's a new commander to kind of like get inside the head of. It's all good stuff. Now I also saw something over here while I was resource farming. And it looked like a boss portal. So we're gonna go check that out as well. Oh, the other thing that happened while I was farming, while I was doing the off-stream farming, is I found... Wait a minute, what are you? Oh, he got trampled, poor guy. I found a lucky Pokemon. I did not catch it because it was a lucky Mammorist, and it was level 50, and I was very scared. I didn't feel like I could handle it. But I did see a lucky level 50 Mamorist. Is this allowed? You really think you can just dodge? That's what I thought. You're new too? I haven't seen one of you before. There's all kinds of new stuff out here. Yeah, Sneb is 100% a good vector to draw people. Like, Sneb, Saiga, Azure to some extent. People who are members of these, like, big either streaming communities or big PvX platforms are a really, really good vector to give people that introduction to the game mode. I mean, it's something that, like... It's something that I try to do with the YouTube channel, but I don't think that me talking about builds in a way that is, like, approachable to a newer player is really the same thing as grabbing someone who only does PvE and going, hey, you should look at this really neat game mode. I don't have that. I don't do that marketing. I don't really know how to approach doing that marketing. But somebody like Sneb is really well positioned to do it. It's part of the reason why it was so disappointing that Hardstuck's whole foray into World vs. World didn't pan out better. Because that would have been a really nice injection of new players into the game mode who might get interested in it. But that whole initiative kind of flamed out a bit. For reasons. Now, what is this boss? Sealed Realm of the Invincible, level 23. I'm level 25. But I also have like a very strong Foxparks, so I will be entering this. Yeah. That's not Foxparks, but it'll do for now. Go get him. We're just going to learn attack patterns for a bit here. Good. 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 Keep him distracted. It only did 1 damage. That only did 24 damage. So I was about to get him. 36? Sure. I mean, he's kind of doing it. That stone attack is really bad, though. You know, let's have someone else give it a try. Go get him. 1600, still 1600. Better. Not good. Give me a Huggy Fire on this. Really, only 7. It does so much damage. Alright, I'm putting you down. I just need to get some health back. Fundamentally. Am I going to be a coward in Pillar Dance? Absolutely. And then duck in there, and then duck out of there. You're Dark type. I don't know what's good against Dark. Is my only problem right now? 0.07. You know what? I'm going to need a Gigasphere for this probably. So just get it ready now. But we're fine here. We're chilling. Okay, we are no longer chilling. It's too... Well, it's not that it's too strong. I'm not good enough. We took a lot of unavoidable damage and then just kind of lost focus. No, I don't think it's an exercise in futility at all. Like, it's what got me... Like, your same ethos in... Are we going to be cold? And night just started? I don't actually think that I can go on a corpse run right now. I think I'm too cold. Your ethos of just, like, getting communities interested and giving communities, like, the tools to improve at World vs. World, or at least just, like, know more about World vs. World, is the same thing that got me into doing it on YouTube. Because there's a lot of stuff that, like, I mean, you're in KD, so you know this. Like, you're in a reasonably skilled fight group. There's a lot of stuff that people talk about in, like, the members-only channel of... Oh, no, did they fix this? No, they didn't. Okay. There's a lot of stuff that people talk about in the members-only channel of, like, Fight Guild Discords that is actually really, really useful information to people who want to get into World versus World, but don't really understand where the, like, complexity in the organization lives. Of, like, I want to know more about this game mode, but I don't have, like, a resource for getting, like, the basic fundamentals down, and nobody really writes the basic fundamentals down anywhere. It's something that you just kind of learn through... I'm going to... Oh, you know, I can sleep. I have a bed. I can just sleep. Nobody really, like, does a good job of writing those basic fundamentals down. So I think it's absolutely valid to, like, spend time on that kind of stuff. But also have it feel extremely futile. Because it's a complicated game mode. Alright, Sawsbuck. We gotta go get this stuff back. Let's ride. Sure. Did I get, like, a fast travel point anywhere over there? I did. Alright, I'll probably use that. Owned. Owned. Too far? We're good. You taking the night? You taking the night off? By the way, Saigo, this is normally like your stream block, isn't it? Where's my stuff, dude? Oh, here it is. Take all. Armor's damaged? Whatever. I don't remember getting this. Where did this come from? Nevertheless. What else we got out here to catch? What way haven't we gone? Catris, I'm gonna sit on that one for a little bit. Are you in initiative, by the way? Is anyone in KD in initiative? Because they did that round table like a month ago, and that was one of the topics that came up, was like, where are the communities that invest in, like, training the pugs these days? Because it used to happen a lot more, and it really does not happen a lot anymore. Like, you didn't have to do that. It feels like training the pugs used to happen, like, a lot more than it did in the past. And I don't really have that kind of long-term perspective on it, because I have only played for, like, 5 years. I was also never really... Well, I guess I played with Dodds for a bit, and that constituted training in some ways. But, like, the heady days of World versus World organization and, like, seasons, those days are long gone. And so I think there is a question of, like, where does training happen for World versus World? Hopefully my channel is one of the things that accomplishes it. Hopefully the stream is one of the things that accomplishes it. But, like, I don't have insane reach. I'm like a third the size of Tegeta. I'm like a fifth the size of Nova, and like an eighth the size of Saiga. And even then, that's only like 80 people. Wow, it is going off in there. Foxparks?
Yeah.
You just have a lift monk in here? It's not even like that interesting. You don't know what it is? I'll send you a link later. Or DM me if I forget. But I think based on this conversation, it would be interesting to have you participate in some of the discussions that happen there. Elune, are you still here? No, Elune's lurking. Maybe if I summon Elune. What if I give me like an at Elune? Let's see if I can summon Elune back. Owned. I don't even know where I am anymore, man. I'm just wandering. What I do know is that I'm pretty sure... Where did you come from? That's what I thought. I'm pretty sure that I still need rush orders. Where are they at? Here. 4 of 10? Yeah, I need a lot more of them. Well, and that was one of the other things that I want to say it was Griff that was talking about it, but it might also have been Rivalia. I don't exactly remember. But one of the notes was that basically nobody feels like it's worth it to do community training anymore. So there's like in-guild training. But that's a whole different animal from, like, being a pug tag and doing focus training while you're a pug tag. Which is, I don't think that happens, like, anywhere anymore. Come on, you got it. There you go. I don't think anybody's doing public trainings anymore. An egg. An egg third here. A weird rock. Is that like another sulfur? It's gotta be like another sulfur. He's too strong. He is too strong to help me capture pals. Large stamp bag. Inventory full? Is this allowed? I can eat you. I can feed you. And I can free one slot up. Inventory full. Frasm. How far down does this go? Also, why is this highlighted? You know, I'm gonna wander over to that spot, because I don't know why it's uncovered already. And then we'll find a waypoint to just head back home, because we have been out here for a while. Could grab one of you, though. Pretty sure I don't have all of my flat quota met yet. Get in the ball. Good. We're at 3 of 10 flak. Yeah, we need more of them. Highest value adds finding a random open tag, joining and trying to develop them. I mean, but then you're like, there's not a lot of people that even open tag much these days anymore. Like, count the number of open tags that you know. I'll start. Holy Azure. Saiga. That was not what I wanted to do. Get back here. I'm sure there's more, but there's not. Like, there's none on FA anymore, basically. Bucket used to open tag. He doesn't even open tag anymore. He decided to get serious and runs closed now. And it's benefited him. He's better than he used to be. But it feels like there comes a point, for most people, I feel like there comes a point where you decide as a commander that you want to improve, and you realize that the easiest way to do that is to run closed, so that you can focus on developing the people who are within your realm. And there's a couple people who just fundamentally disagree with that philosophy and have continued to be open tags. But that population isn't being replaced fast enough. Like, people who enjoy open tagging are quitting faster than they're being replaced. Which was, again, like, a driving motivation for doing Commander Camp, is what resources does somebody need to decide that they want to be a commander in World versus World. Not even for a fight guild, just like, I want to have other people in my squad and tell them what to do. What are the tools that you need in order to accomplish that? I need that key. That key is very important. I will waste food to get it. Because, like, I would do it. I would open tag. I simply don't have the free time to open tag. I've got to command for KNT twice a week. I've got to play for KNT a third time on top of that. I try and spend at least one night a week playing with people who aren't on FA, just so that I can, like, deepen my own personal list of people that I know for just, like, you know, networking purposes. And then I also have to, like, maintain a functional social relationship and accomplish things at work. And there's not enough time in that calculus to commit to open tagging at the time investment that would be necessary to accomplish things. Cowardly victim. Okay, let's make sure we don't trample you, first of all. Hello, what's your problem? I have to catch some pals and build a base before night comes? I did that. 5 Paldium fragments. Okay. Sure. So I don't know. Like, it's interesting. Some would say that I probably spend too much time thinking about World versus World. But, like, at some level, I just think that the social dynamics of the game mode are super interesting. It's actually probably why I still play. It's just because I think the people are neat, and I think the way that they self-organize is neat, and I think the way that they form rivalries and alliances and move between those different social statuses is neat. I think it's neat that you can know somebody else who you've never played for, like you've never played with, but you can know enough about their commanding from fighting them that you can approximate what they're going to do in a fight. That's just a really cool level of social knowledge to come out of a video game. Sure, large damp egg, 30 minutes. Do it. What else we got to put away? Scorching egg. It simply will not fit. Let's... It's a mess in here. Let's organize some things. Horse ammo. Handgun ammo. Assault rifle ammo. Arrows. Those are all ammos. I have 120 sulfur on me. I'm pretty sure I'm going to need another box. I am going to need another box. Storage. Wooden chest. Here come all the tansies. Thank you for your help. I'm gonna put organs in this one, because I know I've got other organs laying around. None organs. Okay, they must be in here. Organs. And then sulfur can go in there, because it's a raw resource. And then nails can go in here. Yeah. And then what goes in here? Organs. Yeah. Toko feathers can go in here. Seeds can go in here, because I've been looking for a place to put seeds forever. Venom gland can go in there, and horn can go in there. These are trade goods. They can just sit down at the bottom. I'm not really that worried about them. That's close enough. 123. That's pretty good. Anything else? No, I think we're good. I think we need to reset some durabilities quick. Oh, and you know what else I found? I completely forgot about this. When I was doing the resource farming, I was just looking through the technology tree, seeing what kind of stuff was coming up. I found this thing, a PAL Essence Condenser. Combine several PALs of the same type to create a higher ranked version. That sounds like something that I would love to have. So we're going to find out what this thing does. PAL. PAL Essence. Oh my god, it's huge. It's so big. Where do you even go? I guess you can, like, come around the back here. I don't want it to clip into the wall. That's just going to be ugly. How about you can come around to this back? Yeah, okay. Build this. $7 minutes? I will not be helping you with that. That's just going to take way too long. So where do I want to go next? I feel like up here was actually a little out-leveled for us. We're up to like 28s and 30s out there. If we're dealing with 23s out here, I mean, maybe we just head back there, to be honest with you. We do still have a ton of balls. Let's just go see what's going on out there. There's a lot that we didn't explore. A lot of PAL deck entries that we did not actually finish. So we're going to keep taking a look around. Also, I'm going to be done here at like 1:30 probably. Just so that you can set your expectations about how long you're going to be sitting here watching me run around and catch digital monsters. We're not going to be going too much longer. Mostly, I just wanted to see what that cave was about, and I expect that I'm probably going to, like, have an angry DM from Bully when I plug back into Discord, because he kept going. He wasn't going to fight into anymore, so I was kind of out of it, but he definitely kept going after that. Not me, though. I'm like, I gotta get back on my digital grind. Give me this box. Good. How are we doing on Ecther Deer? 5 of 10. Okay. Let's keep it going then. No, don't go out to sea, man. What? That's not who I want. Yeah. Okay, you're gone? Alright. I tried. They're not interested. We go find other stuff. Like an egg. Let's go. An earth egg? I don't have a ton of rock ones, so I welcome that. Who are you? You have a cart. Pal merchant. Wandering merchant. Oh my god, I can finally sell my things. And there's some rubies, and there's a Nightwing. Alright, pal merchant, what do you got for me? You got some great pals in stock? Wait, you can sell pals? Artisan Pengullet. These all look very bad. Can I sell you mine? Oh my god. I can make so much gold. So I'll come back to you. I actually think I'm alright on gold. What do you have? Yo! Long-eared headband. Gummouse cap. Penking cap. All of these I can just farm. These, I don't think I can farm. Which hat? Penking? Like, which one would I want? Oh, a Toko cap seems fun. We'll buy one of those. We'll make it when we get back. I've got a bunch of Toko feathers. I have you. I don't have you, though. Give me these rubies. Good. Good. Up to 4. Now come back. Don't. No, don't. Don't jump in the water. It'll kill you like Charmander in that one episode. Yum, yum, yum. What's up, Badinsky? Sleepy raid? Yeah, I got news for you. I'm gonna be going to sleep myself in like 15 minutes, but I can entertain your raiders for a little bit here. It's going. We battled Indo, and then Bully kept going, and I was like, oh, I gotta go to bed. I'm really tired, and then I went and played Palworld for another hour. Do not tell him. If that would be an unexcused absence from Hate Raid, I'd get written up for it. Last thing I need is to get expelled out of the guild again. But it's going good. How are you guys doing? I saw WL briefly watching us battle Indo at spawn. I appreciate that you guys were just there to spectate and not add. Hopefully you guys got some good rounds in with him as well. Give me one of these. Where am I? Just checking map. 17 Grintel. This map is huge. Oh, there's another ruin. I should head to that. Not one of your raid nights was pretty dead. I don't know, man. You look like you were 35 or so. You look like you were pretty big. But then Bully and Indo were like both 50, so. Maybe not quite big enough. It's been a good week, though. Like, our tier specifically has been a lot of fun. We've had a ton of fights going around. Excuse me? Good. Spattering. I mean, sometimes those are like the entertaining fights. Where you just kind of gotta work with what you got. Were you doing DPS Spellbreaker or were you doing support Spellbreaker? Support Spellbreaker? Support Spellbreaker is a ton of fun. I wish that it were slightly better, but it's a very fun profession to play. Oh, my guild gen video. Yeah, that's like that build hasn't changed, but the meta has changed around it. Where it's not as desirable anymore because Chrono does a lot of the things that Spellbreaker does, just like better after it's gotten buffed a couple times. But that's still a really, really fun profession to play. Hammer F1, full counter hammer F1, just it makes you feel good inside. Okay, I'm too strong. Good enough. It's like a marsh. There's so many biomes, dude. That's number 8. I see number 9 and number 10 right here. So let's go take care of those. Let's also spend our stat points. I'm tired of not being able to carry enough stuff when I'm doing the off-stream farming, so we're going to put a couple points into carry weight, maybe get it to like 800, and then we'll go back to putting it in health. Good. Not good. Yeah, F2 before F1 is definitely an ordering problem. But the nice thing is that if you switch from Spellbreaker to Berserker, because you're like, oh, I've got a warrior here already, might as well try Berserker out. Berserker is like Spellbreaker, but your ordering is even more important. Where first you need to get in combat, then you need to press Berserk, then you need to press F1, and if you do any of those 3 steps in the wrong order, you have a horrendous time. Sleeping Syndicate Thug? That's just plain unlucky. Alright, how do we actually get up here? You know what? Light the way, Foxparks. I can't see anything. Who needs a torch when you can just carry a Foxparks around with you?
What? Oh. Yeah.
Currently just on Silly. I mean, you can use the robot. The robot vendor is great for just gearing something up fast.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen the amount of World versus World you play. You should have no problem sourcing Badges of Honor. And the items themselves are like a gold a pop. I use that robot a lot. In fact, I should probably, after I'm done here, I should pop onto that robot. And I should get myself a exotic sword so that I don't have to worry about the stat swap on the legendary sword. And I actually have a little more freedom to like move weapons around on my NG. Alright, we going up. We got an Ecther Deer up here. We got a Chickapee. We got a castle with a box in it. We got another Chickapee. Fast travel me. Box me. There isn't really anything else up here. I guess I'll take this Ecther Deer. Don't do it, man. Don't do it, man. Don't do it. We're fine. No, we're not fine. We're fine. Good dodge. Good dodge. I would like a better spear.
Yeah.
Good. +1 Ecther Deer. How are we looking on Depressos? 3 of 10? We ride. Oh wait, can I just do that with 2? Oh, I can just do it with 2. That's so much more convenient. Hookertees? No. Chickpea? No. Mammarist? No. Cremis? No. Hookertees? No. Food? Still got bread. For some reason it seems like your server's a bit active. The late night slot, well, that's actually interesting because that should be one of the things that the beta balanced around, is to kind of like even out the coverage of time zones. But most of the feedback that I heard from people is like they didn't do a good job at it and it felt super off balance. So it's interesting that you might have been on a server that actually did it reasonably well. But also, like, people might just be fatigued from the beta. Like, I played a lot of Guild Wars 2 in the beta. Like, a lot of Guild Wars 2. So it wouldn't surprise me if people who played that same amount are maybe, like, taking a bit of a breather from it. Where am I going? I'm not going anywhere. I don't know what any of this stuff is. I'm going to the fast travel point. So it's Buckley Ride. Is that a Palsphere? It is a Palsphere. And off we go. And off we go. I mean, you don't need me to tell you this, but I am looking forward to when the beta is no longer a beta and it's just a full-time system, because I had a ton of fun. That's not a universally popular opinion, but I had a great time in the beta. 20 minutes to go. Right, let's try and make this toucan hat. I need 5 Toko Toko feathers. I can't do that. It's too powerful. What I can do is I can make another box. And this can just be where I keep all these blueprints, because I do have quite a few of them now. Blueprint, blueprint, blueprint. Definitely keep a key on you. Good. Do we have space in the egg box? No. Yes, actually. We do. Because there is a stack of seeds in here. Boom. Yeah, ideally that's one of the things that the restructuring system does, is that there's always someone else that you can join. Now, it might not be the same guild each time, but... Pals used as essences. Select a base pal. Okay. So what don't we need basically ever? Well, first of all, what do we want to make? What's something that, like, is good, but all of ours are bad? A Nightwing? We have 2 Nightwings. We only have 2 Nightwings, and neither of them are that impressive. So let's say Nightwing is a base pal. Oh, they have to be the same. I see. Okay, hang on. You come out. How do I remove you? Just by exiting out. Okay. So if they have to be the same, then, like, let's just do it with a lamb ball. Don't really have any good lamb balls either. I'm so scared to use a lucky one, though. Let's use Vanguard. And then, like, the 4 of you, Bottomless Stomach, you're bad. Glutton, you're bad. Suntime Lover, get out of here. Veil of Darkness, get out of here. Gives you level 2 Fluffy Shield. You can do it 4 times. Interesting. I'm not going to do that yet. I'm going to wait until I get a better one. But that's a neat system. I haven't gotten to... I hadn't gotten to interact with that system yet before. So that's neat. I'll have to fiddle with that a bit. That might actually be one where I, like, give myself light spoilers just to make sure I don't do irreparable damage to any of my pals. Because that would be a bit of a downer. But also, I think that's where I'm going to wrap stream up for the night, because I'm starting to get tired, and I think I'm going to go to bed. But I also saw that my berries expire in like 9 seconds. Let's make sure we don't lose 754 berries. Yeah, that's where I'm going to be done. Thanks for hanging out tonight. Bit of variety streaming. If you are new, you should check out the Discord. My streaming schedule is very irregular. You should hop on the Discord to get pings for when we're going live, for different kind of stuff we're doing. And then there's also the VODs channel if you want to catch up on stuff that we have done in the past on the channel that I have uploaded to YouTube, because I like the YouTube viewer a lot more than the Twitch viewer. The plan will probably be to stream Guild Wars 2 tomorrow, but I might take a night off from streaming. Like, I'll still play, but I might not stream it. And then Friday, we'll be back to doing commanding stuff. So I will see you guys around for that. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your night. Take care, and I'll see you around next time. Have a good one.